Welcome to the conversation at airsafe.com with your host, Dr. Todd Curtis. This is show number 77, crash of a Continental Airlines 737-500 in Denver on 20 December 2008. The aircraft departed the left side of runway 34 right during takeoff from Denver International Airport. The scheduled domestic passenger flight was en route to Houston. There were 83 occupants in the aircraft and 32 were injured, 5 seriously. The aircraft was substantially damaged and experienced a post-crash fire, which was located on the right side of the aircraft. The runway was bare, dry, and free of debris. The first tire marks were found about 1,900 feet from the runway threshold. The aircraft exited the runway about 750 feet later, continued across a grassy drainage basin area, and crossed a taxiway and a service road before coming to rest 2,300 feet from the point at which it departed the runway. The cockpit voice recorder did not reveal any apparent problem until 41 seconds after the aircraft's brakes were released, just before takeoff, when the plane was traveling between 87 and 90 knots. At that point, a bumping or rattling sound could be heard, and the crew aborted the takeoff 4 seconds later. The aircraft reached a maximum speed of 119 knots, and was traveling at 89 knots when the cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder stopped recording. Wheel marks left on the ground, as well as initial reports from passengers and firefighters, indicate that the plane was briefly airborne. There was no snow or ice on the runway. However, there were 31-knot crosswinds at the time of the takeoff. The flight crew that flew the aircraft to Denver on the flight prior to the accident was also on board, though not on duty, and reported having no difficulties with the plane during their previous flight. The same aircraft experienced an engine failure and subsequent emergency landing in 1995. Both engines were replaced, but the aircraft was otherwise undamaged in that incident. Additional information about this event, including further updates from the investigation, will be available at www.airsafenews.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.